Hey everyone, welcome. This is the Reiki Morocco retreat interest meeting. Welcome live viewers, welcome replay viewers. Um, this is really informal. This is really informal. This is just to let you all know a little bit about the retreat, how it started, the focus, why it's so special. I think we even have a few of the participants that signed up for the last one that are here as well. So I'm gonna give them an opportunity to talk if they so choose. And then just answer any questions that you might have. So it's very informal. So if you're watching now, obviously, feel free to ask me any questions. You can put them in the chat. You can also speak as well. And if you're on the replay, you can email me at avalaura@avalaura.com. If you get this replay, you'll have my email address. So feel free to email me any questions that if you had questions that weren't answered, you can go ahead and do that. So we're going to get started. So this will be the second annual Reiki in Morocco retreat. And this retreat is really special because it combines several of the things that I love, right? Reiki, which I absolutely love, which I'm assuming you all want to learn Reiki or want a refresher in Reiki, right? Because some of you have already learned Reiki and this is a great refresher for you. Some of you have never, done Reiki, never even heard of it and don't even care. You like, listen, I just want to go to Morocco. I understand. But I absolutely adore Reiki and I absolutely love travel and I love community and creating safe spaces. So this retreat is all of that. And one of the things that's so special about it for me is partnering with Mawasi, which is a Black owned, women owned healing and restoration center in Morocco. So that's what really makes it so special. There's so much that I could say about it, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start by showing I have a lot of video. I have a lot of pictures. I am not going to go through all of those pictures, right? But just know that I have a lot of it. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I am going to show a video that we put together. And then I'm also going to show you some videos from Mawasi directly as well about, the property. You can see some of the excursions, some of the things that we're doing. So I'll start there and then, I'll come back and I'll tell you more about it and then open it up for questions. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Now, if you're wondering where all of this is, I can put it in the chat. It is on my YouTube channel. I actually created a playlist. All right. So you can go right to this and you can see any of these videos again. Oops. Let me just move me out the way. All right. Can you all see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Let me and I'm gonna go back because I can't even. Oh, here we go. This is why I can't hear it. It's muted. So let me go back. And it burns strong. I burn it in my living room and I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Okay, go.
But no one there away. Oh, that's it too. Oh. When I was sitting behind the scene, behind the scene, I know we there. When I was sitting behind the scene, behind the scene, when I was sitting behind the scene, behind the scene. It was magical. It was healing. It was right on time, not just for me, but for so many of us within that space. Um, Inspirational. It was just you felt you feel complete. There's more life to live, and let's not focus on the negative. Let's not focus on what we can't do, and live our life with a purpose. It's been enlightening, empowering, and just kind of like a rebirthing as I, am a vessel to help others. I'm working on my vessel so I can reach out to others, but this will fit. This fits right in.
So this video is the one that was taken with my footage. This is from Mawasi itself. So this is seeing more of the resort. I'm going back to the south. I'm going back, where my roots ain't watered down. Growing like a baobab tree of life on fertile ground. Ancestors put me on game. Long time on change with my ocean energy. Follow me. And I'll go through a couple more. I think there's several. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'm going to go through a couple more. But this is like nostalgic for me. I'm like, oh. That's if my internet cooperates. It looks like I'm doing too much. Let's see if it can pull through. Okay, any questions or comments so far where this is trying to pull up? I might just stop it and try again because it's looking like no, ma'am. Let me see how my internet's doing. Any questions or comments so far? Oh, now it goes. Okay. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. Freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, and around my neck, I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my car, wherever I choose to go. Won't take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden. 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 My life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. I'm taking my own freedom, putting it in my soul, singing loud and strong. Moving all day long, I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my soul. All right. I think that's enough. Oh, yeah, I showed you this one. So, all right, I'm gonna stop it. I'm going back to the south. I'm going back, 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 back. Where my roots ain't watered down. Growing like I'm trying to stop it. Hold on, let's go back again because Beyonce said no, ma'am. All right, there we go. Beyonce was like, nope, I'm not done yet. Any questions or comments so far? So that's just a little bit of video. There's so much more. So much more. So I'll kind of talk about what some of that was that you actually saw. So let me go to the website. So you can see some of the stuff that's being offered as a part of this experience. It is a very, how do I say? It's a very holistic retreat, meaning like we've thought of a lot. It's very it's very intentional. That's the word I want to use. It's very intentional, right? So the things that are being offered, it's not just happenstance. It all has a purpose to it. And that's one of the things that I love about it is curated with, this amazing Black family that live in Morocco, uprooted their life. They actually were living in Connecticut and moved to Morocco and have created this beautiful community. So you kind of get that feel like when you watch the video, like it really is a community. You're not just going to a hotel, or an Airbnb. You're going to someone who has intentionally created this community and actually live on the premises, right? And so it's a beautiful environment, and I'm actually looking forward to going back because I'm looking forward to see like what had they done since we were there, right? Because it will have been a year, and so I'm really looking forward to, wow, this is how it was when we were there, but now the restaurant should be built this time, right? They kind of started building out the space. Now the restaurant should be built, right? And like what else is going on? So I'm really excited about that. So let me show you some of the let me show you kind of the what I call it, the itinerary, I guess. Is let me make sure I have my windows. I need to go out of here. All right, can you all see the website?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what's different this year. This year, I am doing Reiki 1 and 2 and Reiki Masters so that those of you who were with me last time can actually come back for the Masters training. And people who haven't been and would like to go can experience it now for Reiki 1 and 2. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So the itinerary for Reiki 1, this is all about Reiki, right? So if you have questions about Reiki, please let me know. I don't want to assume that you know what Reiki is or what it isn't. If you have questions about Reiki, please let me know. But I'll just read this for you really quickly. Reiki is a simple and effective form of hands-on healing that uses universal life force energy to help dissolve problems in the body, mind, and spirit. It's a gentle, non-evasive, holistic healing practice that dates back centuries to the ancient cultures in Egypt, Japan, and India. Um, it is extremely relaxing. It is like a spiritual massage. It destroys energy blockages. It detoxifies the system, provides vitality. It helps to release pain. I have somebody just sent me an article about how Reiki is used for chronic pain, and it is used a lot for cancer patients as well. And it increases the vibrational frequency, among other things. It is a 3 series training. So what I did last year was teach Reiki 1 and 2. This time, I will be teaching Reiki 1, 2, and 3. So that's what's different about this experience. So in Reiki 1 and 2, which is the start, like if you've never taken Reiki, that's where you start. If you're taking a refresher, that's where you start. This outlines what Reiki 1 is, what Reiki 2 is, and then I'll go to Reiki 3 in a moment. So in Reiki 1 is your foundation. You have to start at Reiki 1. You're learning what Reiki is, what it isn't, the history of Reiki, the ethics. You're learning about the chakra center, the energy system. You're learning specific self-care techniques that you can use to protect your energy, especially if you're an empath. You're also Oh, that should not be in there. I'm not sure why it says that, but that's not it. But that's what you're learning in Reiki 1. It's very detailed. It's a lot of information, and I'm gonna talk about, and I'm saying that for a reason. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Reiki 2 builds upon Reiki 1. And the big thing about Reiki 2 is that you are learning how to do distance Reiki. So I'm here right now in Maryland, and you're in Morocco and Marrakesh, and I can do Reiki for you. That's a huge thing about Reiki too. You're also learning how to empower your goals, so how to manifest with Reiki energy, um, Reiki chakra meditations, and each of these you get in attunement. Each of these you get in attunement that allows you to channel the Reiki energy because Reiki is passed down from teacher to student. Teacher to student, which is why it's really important who you choose as your Reiki teacher because it is passed down through their lineage, right? So this is what you're learning, this is what you're getting in terms of Reiki, right? Which is in and of itself amazing, right? And then you're learning it, you're receiving it in Morocco, right? So that's amazing. But then you're getting all of these other things. And this is a Q&A about Reiki that you can absolutely read a little bit about me. This is what's included in the retreat. As you see, it's $5,500, which is it's a still. It has gone up from last year because last year was sort of a when Mawasi started, they really wanted to get retreat leaders and they wanted people to come. Their prices have gone up, so my prices have gone up. Um, but this includes airfare, which, people don't do. And let me say that the flight is a part of the bonding experience because you're flying together. So we flew actually last time. This says from New York, depending on where everybody is, will determine, right? Because everybody was from the DC area this time, we flew out of Dulles. And that was a bonding experience in and of itself. Meeting up together, flying together, having a long layover in Paris together and going on. So you really, by the end of that, you're family. Like we're already connected before we even get to the retreat. But in addition to that, you get all transportation, so you don't have to worry about transportation while you're there at all. Breakfast and dinner is included every day. Lunch is on your own. Sometimes we didn't even eat lunch depending on the day and what was going on, because honestly, the breakfast and lunch is extremely filling. It is a 3-course dinner every night. 3 courses. And I'm talking about oxtail, lamb, couscous, so we had some sort of like Southern food. And then we also had Haitian because the chef is Haitian. But then we also had Moroccan food. 3 courses every night. Amazing food. And I'm a foodie, y'all. The food is amazing. And in the first video, you did see the breakfast. The breakfast is laid out every day. Every day. So depending on if you want, you can get lunch, and the fee for that really is not a lot. You're gonna get the Reiki 1 and 2 training. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that in a minute. Hammam and massage. OMG. I wish I had pictures of that, but you can't take pictures of that because you're naked. So that's an amazing experience. You really get the rub down. It is a traditional hammam experience, and then you get a massage, and by the time it's over, you just want to lay out. Like you are so relaxed. You just want to lay out. Absolutely amazing. Um, I'm gonna come back to this one. The Moroccan souk. So the souk is kind of what you saw when you saw the shopping. The souk is huge. I did not know that Marrakesh is like the largest souk. There's souks in many, countries around the world, and Marrakesh is the largest. There's also the day trip to the desert. We actually stayed overnight. I think this time, and I'm not sure, I have to firm up with them. I don't know if we're going to be staying overnight again or if it's just going to be the day. That's where the camel rides happen. We also were blessed with a ATV dune buggy experience as well. We stayed overnight, so there was a whole fire show, and then there was staying in the camps, and then the actual we woke up and had a sunset dune buggy experience, which to me made the whole experience worth it. So I don't know if we're going to be doing just the day or if we're staying overnight, because part of the feedback that we gave was that I personally liked staying at the healing center better at Mawasi. I don't need to stay overnight in the camp, okay? Because even though it was nice, it was not the same as my beautiful, amazing luxury bed, okay? So, we're gonna talk about that. And then there's a Saturday brunch as well. And this is new here, exploring the gardens. Um East Saint Laurent, the estate in Marrakesh. So that's new. Stroll vibrant blue paths, lush greenery, and exotica flora, where his legacy and Berber culture beautifully intertwine. So that's something that we didn't do last year. I'm trying to think if there was anything else, because it was a lot. Like, we did so much. We were busy every single day. Some of the optional things, I think it's here, henna. You can get a photo shoot. So one of the participants got a photo shoot. I think several of us got henna, the ATVs, the hot air balloons we wanted to do, but that just did not happen because honestly, there was not enough time. Like, we could have been there for 2 weeks easy. And then the social concierge night, which is a beautiful soul. He takes us out if we want to go out at night. He shows us the Moroccan nightlife. We had a ball. And then belly dancing. So what we did was we actually went to a restaurant. We went out to a restaurant, which they might have changed that. So we had actually had like a Moroccan meal out at one of the restaurants. It was a really, really nice restaurant that had belly dancing and everything there. So, any questions about this? Any questions about the Reiki 1 and 2 experience? Sunshine Kelly, I don't know if you're there. Um, I just want to make sure that your questions get answered. So, what I'm going to do differently this time, because the first time this is where you learn stuff, right? For this retreat, we will meet before the retreat. And the reason is because Reiki really is Reiki 1 is a full day, Reiki 2 is a full day. And quite honestly, um, we pretty much got through everything, but it took longer than I thought it was going to take. And so what I decided to do this time is we will meet probably in October, because as you can see, the retreat is in November 10th through the 16th. We'll set a date that works for everybody. Zoom, so it'll be virtual, and we'll go over some of the things, right? So that when we meet there, pretty much what we're doing is just review, and we're doing your practice and of course your attunements. So we'll go through kind of all of the important things, the foundational things that you need to know about Reiki, that you want to know about Reiki. It will be recorded. So if anybody does miss it, hopefully you not, but even if you do, you'll receive the recordings so you can go back and watch that. So that's what we're gonna do. And so I won't go over everything, right? Because you still have to get your attunements, right? So we're just going to do that really for Reiki 1, because I can't move on to Reiki 2 until you get your attunements, until you practice. But at least by doing that, what will happen is it will cut down on some of the time. And so when we get there for Reiki 1, you'll already have had an introduction. You'll already understand what Reiki is, what it isn't. You'll have that foundation. And so when we get there, really what we'll be doing then is I'll be taking you through some of the self-care exercises. We'll do your attunements, and then we'll practice. And so that'll be like a couple hours. And then we'll have a Reiki 2 training the next day. And that'll be a little bit condensed as well. Just because we've already gone over everything. And Reiki 2, honestly, it's not as dense as Reiki 1. It's more experiential. So a lot of the work for Reiki 2 is kind of on your own. And what I'll probably do if need be is maybe do a video or something like that just to enhance that experience. But really the work of that is doing it on your own. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. So that's Reiki 1 and 2. So it's $5,500. The deposit is 500. There is a limit. Part of the reason that I decided to do Reiki 1, 2, and 3 is because for the retreats, they really wanted they wanted the retreat size to be like 9 to 10 people. And honestly, there are people who teach Reiki like that, but I don't teach Reiki like that. Because the truth is, Reiki is a very intimate thing. You need to do the attunements. You need practice, right? It's very difficult to do a Reiki training with 20 people, right? Or 50 people. And so, if there's 5 people for Reiki 1 and 2 and 5 people for Reiki Masters, that's much better than trying to have 10 people for Reiki 1 and 2, if that makes sense. So that's about that. Um, if I don't have any questions, I'm gonna just keep on going. Glenda, is there anything that you kind of want to share, like from your experience, whether it's about Reiki or about the actual place that we stayed, about Morocco, anything? I feel like I lost both of y'all. Linda, still there?
I'm here.
Okay, did you hear me?
Oh, yes, I'm here. I what I would say is it speaks for itself. I'm going back. So I enjoyed it so much the first time. I'm going back.
Yeah.
And I'll let that speak for itself.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience. It really is. And I mean, you can see the video and you can be like, "Oh, that's nice," but it really doesn't capture the essence of it. I mean, it's cool. It's like, okay, that looks like fun, but it's a very different feeling when you get there. It just is. And let me tell you that Mawasi is gorgeous. And to know that it's Black owned, and I wish I had taken some more video of this, but we went through everybody's rooms, and all of the rooms are different.
Mm-hmm.
All of the rooms are different. That's why I say unique luxe room. That was my room that I showed you. I was on the first floor. And I don't even know why I didn't show you this. If I opened it up, there was like a little balcony and you could just walk right out to the pool area. But there's the upstairs rooms, beautiful balconies. One room had 2 balconies. I mean, they are gorgeous. They all have their own bathrooms. My bathroom was huge. Essentially I had 2 parts because I had the part where there was the tub, and then I had the part where it was separated out. So I guess, if somebody was with me, somebody could be using the bathroom and then you're taking your shower going in the tub. Beautiful accommodations. I mean, just really gorgeous. It smelled amazing. It smelled amazing. And
Yeah,
I'm a smells
yes.
person. Oh my God, the orange blossom from the herbalist, you can't capture that in the video. It smelled amazing. I came back with orange blossom. So you saw us smelling, and you saw the one where Audrey, she was like cradling it. We went to the herbalist, and let me tell you, oh my God, that was such an experience. We all spent all our money and it was worth it. I'm still using the products today. I am still using the aromatherapy. I got some face stuff. I got a lot of different essential oils. Amazing. I got some massage oil, like amazing, amazing, amazing. So anyway, that's Reiki 1 and 2. Let me show you Reiki 3. That's going to be different this year. So let me go back in here. Here we go. Can you all see this? So Reiki 3 is different because now you are taking what you have learned in Reiki 1 and 2, and this is where you get to practice professionally if you so choose. So the master's is just that, the master. You are learning to now, if you want, you can pass Reiki down to other students. You can practice it professionally with clients. Like a lot of my students are other therapists, mental health professionals, nurses, massage therapists, physical therapists. So it's an amazing tool, or you can just use it for yourself because you want to have all of the different healing options, right? So it builds upon what you learned. And I just realized, um, and that's okay. They don't have a description here. There's some changes I'm gonna be making in here anyway. So just know that, but the essence of it is the same. But this is where you can practice, or this is where you take your skills to the next level. You learn advanced healing modalities. So things that you did not learn in Reiki 1 and 2, you will be learning in Reiki Masters. It's I would say about 50-50. I have students who actually do practice professionally. I do have that. And I have some students who just really wanted to learn this for themselves and their family, and they really just do it for themselves and their family. And they're really happy with that. So there's no right or wrong way. I think it's a beautiful tool. It's a beautiful modality to have. I absolutely just adore Reiki. So this is the same thing. This one is 6,500 because it's the Reiki Masters trainer. So Reiki Masters is always more expensive. Um, Same thing in that it includes the flight. Some of the differences, I don't believe that we're going to have the Afghani desert in this one unless it's someone who wants to go, who has not gone before, right? Because there's other Reiki masters that might be coming to me or who taken it with me before, want to do the master's training, who didn't go with us last time. So that's there, but I think that's going to be optional. I don't think that's going to be a thing because honestly, we're not going to have time for all of this. We're just not. The same thing, 2 meals a day, the hammam and the massage. And this time they actually, so this was what was crazy about Mawasi, right? They have a whole hammam spa that they have at the actual resort, right? And I call it a resort, but I don't know. It's a healing and restoration center. It's a community. I don't know. It feels weird calling it a resort. But they sent us to a spa. And when we were practicing the Reiki and I saw that they really essentially had their own spa, I'm like, why are we leaving? Like, why are we going to the spa over here when you got all this here and it's right? All I got to do is go walk downstairs. So I think that's another new thing that they have, that they opened that up. So when we do the hammam, the steam room and all of that, I believe that that is going to be on the property. And what I love about that is they have a sauna, which means that we will be able to use the sauna while we're there. So that's going to be another thing that's different. The Saturday brunch. Now, here's where we're figuring out. We're going to firm this up to, make sure, but this is something that I'm looking forward to because these are new things, right? So for those of you who have already traveled with me, we got some new stuff this time. So we'll be doing the day trip to don't even let me say that wrong. Don't let me say that wrong. It's a coastal city known for its 18th century Medina vibrant art scene and expansive beaches offering a laid back atmosphere. You'll be able to explore a souk with similar goods, but a different feel. So I'm
Mm,
excited about this because we get to see the beach.
yes.
Get to see the
Give me
beach.
the water. I
Yes,
want the water.
yes. So I'm very excited about that. The same thing, the garden visit, the East Saint Laurent's former state in Marrakesh. Um, Tea time. I am excited. I love a good tea. Okay, which reminds me, I have not said this. The Moroccan tea
Mhm.
is like my favorite thing. I am a coffee drinker. I did not drink coffee while I was there. All I drank was Moroccan tea. I love their tea. We drank the tea every day, almost after every meal. So I am very much looking forward to tea time in Morocco. Like, if anywhere you go and do a tea, this is where it's at. Very excited about that. The jewelry museum. So we're gonna have a jewelry museum visit. Um, I don't know about the hike tour because they said that might be a good thing, and I was like, because I heard it's a real hike, like not a light hike, but a real hike. So I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, but it's in there. It's in the if it's something that you want to do, it is there. Um, Same thing, optional things. You could do a photo shoot. And let me tell you something. This photo shoot is only $100. And let me tell you something. She got them photos the same day and they were beautiful. I was like, I should have done a photo shoot. But I'll be very honest with you. Again, it's so jam-packed that it's hard to even have time for other things because every day you have something, even in your downtime, it's like you have something to do. Now for Reiki 2, same thing. Reiki 2 is a 2-day training. It is a 2-day training. So like Reiki 1 is 1 day. Reiki 2 is 1 day. Reiki 3 is 2 days. So I'm going to do the same thing for the Reiki Masters group. We will meet before to cut down on some of that time, just so that then we could spend the time while we're there really on the attunements, because that's the big thing. You'll be learning how to do attunements. You'll also be receiving your Reiki Master attunement, and then, of course, practice. So I really want to reserve the bulk of the time for that. And there's some other healing modalities that I will show you. So we will meet though beforehand sometime in October, and we'll talk about the business of Reiki, like if you actually want to use Reiki for clients and services, start a business with it. So we'll start talking about laying down the foundation, going through some reviews, doing those things beforehand so that when we get there, we'll just be doing the experiential things. And like I said, it won't take as much time because there's so much to do. There's so much to do. I wanna save that time. So this is the Reiki Master Experience. So we'll be doing some new stuff. I'm really, really, really excited about that. So if you come with me before, you get to experience a little bit more of Marrakesh, which is very exciting. So any questions about any of this thus far? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Any questions or comments? Sunshine Kelly, are you there? Because you've been like real quiet. So I don't know if you just showed up and then just, left. I don't know. Glenda, do you have any questions?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So really what it is just putting to get started, put down your deposits when I send out the video. And if you don't already have actually, and I'll put it in here now, I'll put it in the chat. Um, I don't know why I can't minimize the screen when I'm recording in Zoom. It's kind of weird. There we go. Okay. I am going to put both links in the chat. So you all can put down your deposits. I will do Reiki 1 first. So this is Reiki 1 and 2, excuse me. Glenda, how was it seeing the video, like with all the footage? Like,
I didn't know you took some of those of me,
There is,
actually.
when
I
I tell you there's a lot, I have a whole Dropbox folder. I mean, and it is full to the brim. Because it wasn't even all of my stuff, too. It was everybody's.
yeah, I
Um,
think I still have a lot on my phone that I have to
yes. So one
go
of the
through.
things, those of you who didn't attend the first one with us, one of the things that I did was I did a let me just put this in the Reiki Master's Training. Was a WhatsApp group, and so everybody shared their pictures and videos and everything. So oh my God, throughout the trip, I was just taking it and saving it to Dropbox because it was that much. It was so much. Okay, so those are the two. So you're interested, you like, yes, Avalaura, absolutely, I'm coming. Put down your deposit, and then once you put down your deposit, it kind of gives you a payment plan. But honestly, so what are we in? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So you essentially got 8 months. You have 8 months. So once you put down your deposit, as long as it's paid off really by, let me see, we leave in November. It really needs to be paid off by the end. It needs to be paid off by the end of August, September. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So that's almost 5 months now. So like the end of August, September, because we get our plane tickets. And the earlier we get our plane tickets, the better. But I think we did it about September this time. And it actually well, it worked out except for the fact that we hated Air France, but that's a whole nother thing. But that was only because we flew out of Dulles, which is why we might just go ahead and fly out of New York because just better flight options. But the sooner everybody gets in their payments, the sooner we can actually book our airfare. So that's something that's important to get done. So we definitely want everybody to have fully paid by the 1st of September so we can do that. But that's really the next steps. Put down your deposit. If you don't like the payment plan, it's okay. Just let me know and you can kind of make your own payment plan as long as we agree to it. I'm good with that. I don't care. If you have any other questions or comments, I'm gonna put my email as well in here. And so if you have any questions or comments, you can go there. And you know what? Let me also put in here too. I'm going to put in the playlist from YouTube. So you have all the videos. So I showed you some of them. There are more. So you can kind of go back and look at um, that playlist. I created a separate playlist just for this retreat. So next year, I'm sure I will have more footage. Um, so let me go ahead and share that for you all. So you have all the links. So just you can take the links and copy and paste. I think I think if I'm not mistaken, when you get it, I think that the links are included. I think. Which is why I'm doing it now, even though there's people who will be getting the replay. I think that you can also download the links too. All right, good people. I think that is everything.
Well,
I
thank you
will.
so much.
You are so welcome. So the video will be coming, I'll say probably in a couple days. You'll have that so you can, go over it again. But like I said, if you have any questions at any time, just feel free to go ahead and email me. All right, ladies.
Good
Enjoy your
night.
evening.
Blessings.
Absolutely,
Blessings.
you too. Blessings, everyone.
Okay.
Good night.
Night.